Hello friends, my name's Real Emile. Welcome back to Forza Horizon. We're doing episode 23, I believe, of the Let's Play we got going on. We need 780 points to get to that finale. So that means we need to do 4 events, because unfortunately these gold events are only 250 points and we're 30 off, of course. Now, I will say, because I, for some reason, have a hatred of the number 4, what's actually going to happen is, in today's video, we are just going to get these final events to the finale. And then in the next video, I'm going to do the final 2 street races, and I'm also going to do the Haley Harper 1v1, just because we haven't done those yet. And I assume people are probably shouting at me to do those, and have been for quite a while, so yeah, we're just going to get on with it, I guess. That's 180, 600. Doesn't really matter, but I mean, it'll help my OCD if we do that one. Yeah, we're just going to get straight into it today. I might go ahead and build a car at some point, but we'll have to see. And of course I haven't got a decent car, so we're going to go buy a new car from this sort of special screen, hopefully. Yeah, I don't particularly want to use any of the ones I've got. So what? We could use a Jag, or a DBS, or a Virage. Or... let's use the Eagle. Actually, no, that's a 500,000 credit car, isn't it? 1.6. Yeah, you see, I'm currently debating whether we should start saving money for the Horizon finale to get us a really decent car. But then again, I haven't used that Mercedes which I bought, unless I use it in today's episode. Actually, I'll probably do that. I'll use the Mercedes a bit today, just so we can say we kind of got our money's worth kind of out of it. And then, I don't know, I'll end up buying a car for the Horizon finale. I'm going to try and get me an Agera. Actually, I would kind of like to beat the game in the Koenigsegg Agera. Alright, so Bentleys, TVRs, blah 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 blah. We have a Jag, because of course we do. A Jaguar, or a Jaguar. I've explained this in the last thing. Power, speed. This isn't upgraded. I've just remembered that. Oh, this car's cockpit isn't that bad. Is it a flappy pedal? I assume this would actually be an automatic. As most Jags are. I do like the XK a lot. The XK, I think I've spoke about it once or twice. I honestly, in my opinion, they did a slight facelift to this in some point before 2011, I think. And the slightly facelifted one of this car looks absolutely spectacular. Like the, is it the Jaguar R? Jaguar R Roadster. I think it was the one they used on Top Gear when they was showing off the SLS convertible. Yeah, that car is absolutely fantastic looking. I don't know if it's prettier than an F-Type, but it's definitely a beautiful car. Jaguar do make some quite magnificent machines. I mean, a lot of people will probably tell you the E-Type's the most beautiful car in the world. Me personally, I do adore the E-Type. I think it looks absolutely great, but I don't know. I think the F-Type looks better. I think the XK also looks a bit better, and the Vanquish as well. It's a tough choice between the F-Type and the Vanquish. I do love both of them, but oh, and this of course as well. Ooh, we've got a bit of a slide going on. Of course, if anyone wants to, you know, donate to let me buy all three of these cars, and then we can do a sort of comparison on them, that'd be quite cool. Oh, I just forgot as well, Aston Martin DB7, that's an absolute beauty of a car as well. That's a brilliant car, the DB7. I understand it wasn't particularly liked by Aston Martin fans. A lot of people call it the Jag in Drag. Jag in Drag. Yeah, I think I said that right. That's a strange sentence to say fast. Fantastic. 2 more. Ooh, I might actually win a car for the finale out of there. Anyway, 600 points to go. It doesn't really matter what events we do from now on, really. Let's go and Goodyear Euro raid. Euro all-wheel drive. I assume we have some all-wheel drive Euro cars. We'll have to go and see. Don't worry, in the next video I'll build up some cars, but I just, you know. We've had quite a... ooh, 205, fantastic. We've had quite a few long episodes recently. I figured, you know, on the run-up to finale, we, you know, will try and get these ones to be around 20 minutes, because I can imagine not a lot of people particularly want to sit through a 30-minute video of me rambling on and on and on and on and on. So, why is she always drinking coffee?
Okay, kid, you've had your 15 minutes of fame. All eyes are now back on the real celebrity.
Wait, that woman looks suspiciously like Harper, who we knocked out last... I don't even know. Anyway, Peugeot 205 T16, I adore this car. Why is this car not in Horizon 2? This was my playground games car of choice. This thing was brilliant. Or it used to be for Tag and King, just because it's so chuckable. It's got... Basically, the thing that made it good is it had fantastic launches, mid-engine, four-wheel drive. Unless you have your engine in the rear, there's not really too many other places where you could get better launch as far as, you know, drivetrain goes. It was also extremely chuckable, because again, four-wheel drive would pretty much save you from your own mistakes. And of course it could do, you know, reverse 180s and stuff like that fairly simply. And yeah, it was also... It's not a quick car, the 205 T16. Is that Bentley missing a tail light? I think it is. And so is that Golf, actually. We've got some weird, strange texture moulding going on here. I couldn't think of the word. But the T16 also, it isn't a quick car. You know, I think my T16, which I built, had a rally gearbox. Don't quote me on that, but I think it did. And, you know, so obviously it topped out at about 150, but it got to 150 very, very quickly. And that's kind of what you need in King. What did I have for B class? I had... Oh, God. I think I had a Delta S4 for B class, which was relatively the same. It was just a bit slower. For C class, I had another Delta, an Integrale, the 92, I want to say. The normal Integrale, the 4-door. That thing was good in C class as well. Pretty much the same reason as the Peugeot. And then for D class King events, I think this is my proudest achievement. I had a Mini. Oh, that Mini was so much fun to drive. Now, you know, typically on these games, cars can be fun to drive, but, you know, it's not something that commonly happens. The only, you know, especially with the cars people drive in games, the only ones I can really think of that people, like, drive, like, the fast ones, because most people aren't the same as me and don't drive hatchbacks a lot. And so, you know, people often migrate towards the Ferraris, and they're not particularly fun to drive. The F-Type is an absolute ball to drive. I love that thing in Horizon 2. But to be fair, the cars that are really fun in these games, there's two that spring to mind. The Mini Cooper S, which is an absolute hoot. Oh, I thought that was the last lap. Just got to check out my window for something. No, I heard an engine start up and it's like 11 o'clock, so... Anyway. So, the ones that come to mind, Mini Cooper S. I think mine was slightly upgraded. It wasn't too much. I think it had about 120 brake in it. And the Volkswagen Rabbit / Golf GTI Mark 1. Those cars, you know, stock, at least for me, stock suspension on the Mini. And, you know, the GTI is fun, completely stock. Those cars are an absolute hoot to drive. There's just something about them. They're so, you can chuck them into the corners and they wallow about. They're really, really fun cars to drive, those. So, I've still, in case anyone's wondering, I think people have probably forgotten about this, to be honest with you. My special project with the Volkswagen GTIs does still stand. I've got until the end of the year to complete it, for it to be timely, but I'm still not finished it yet. I haven't made any more progress on it, to be brutally honest. I'm hoping to at some point, but no promises on that one. But I'll be, I've actually got a video going up, hopefully at some point next week. And that's sort of going to give you an idea of what that GTI video is going to be like. It's a scripted video, which I've got up next time. But, you know, that one's only partly scripted. The start of it's scripted, but the rest is sort of me just speaking. Whereas the GTI one that I've got in mind will be, you know, a fully scripted event. So I've got to go and do some script writing. To be fair, that isn't too bad. I don't mind writing. It's not something that I enjoy doing, but I don't mind it. But yeah, so that's a fun prospect.
You can't enter this event in that car. You need to select another one from your garage.
I do. Can I use this?
I know you're confident, but come on. Get some upgrades on your ride if you don't want to...
There you go. I've just let Horizon upgrade it. Hopefully they do a decent job of it. I know you're confident, but that car ain't good enough for this event. You know, these people are showing up in Audi or 8s and you taking TTS. What you thinking, boy? I don't know. I don't think that's what the people in Colorado sound like. Although, to be fair, I've never spoke to anyone from Colorado.
Afraid to say I'm gonna have to win this race damn quick. Yeah. Now I have another promo to shoot later on.
You always seem to have a promo to shoot. TTS power. Oh, everything out. I just remembered every other Audi in the world has four-wheel drive here, so that's excellent. Anyways, the reason I picked the TT over the R8 is because the R8 is predictable, and I'm not a huge fan of the R8. So, I actually, to be fair, the second model TT, I actually do quite like this car. I don't think I'd buy one personally, just because they do definitely have a still. The TTs and even the Porsche Boxster, they have a bit of a stigma here in England. Most people say they're quite girly and hairdresser cars. Now that does apply to the first generation and hell, the third one also probably, because I don't like the third generation TT at all. But this model is a very good car. I think Seen Through Glass actually had one of these, didn't he? Until he got his Alpha 4C, which, to be fair, as much as I quite like this car, an Alpha 4C is better than this car. I do like his 4C. I'd love an Alpha 4C. As I understand it, though, they don't have power steering, so I can imagine that's a bit awkward. Every car I've driven's had power steering. Although, to be fair, every car I've driven's had front-wheel drive as well. I've never driven in ice or snow or anything like that. So I've still got all that to look forward to. I've just noticed something. Is his helmet sticking through the... I think it is. It's strange going back to these old games, and even new games. It's like Horizon 2. I've actually noticed recently, if you spin the camera around fast enough, at least on my end, I get a decent amount of pop-in. Which I've never noticed before, and the way the sort of light covers a car, it's a bit weird. On this game, you know, I've never noticed the fact his helmet stuck out of the ceiling. Bear in mind, I've, like, driven the TTS many times, and I know people who've driven TTRSs as well a lot, so... I don't think anyone's ever noticed it.
Keep on surprising me. Pleasantly surprising me, that is.
I think we've made all our money back from last episode, so that's alright. Hey, 100 points to the finale. Oh, I can taste it. I can actually taste the end of a Let's Play. It's strange, strange things are occurring here. Right, so I guess we can do whatever event we want, can't we? I want to find an event where I can use that damn bloody BMW I bought last time round. I don't think there's anything on. Ooh. Yes! We can use the BMW for something. Oh, God. I'm actually quite... That woman's feet are sinking through the floor. Don't look at them for too long. They all look quite lifeless, and it isn't a good thing to look at. I've always loved it how racing games are like absolutely gorgeous usually. Until you slow down and sort of take a second look around everything, and then you sort of realise, oh, it isn't that good, is it? I think GTA 5, at least for me, has some of that as well, you know? Sort of look at everything and go, wow, it's really pretty, and then you'll like zoom into some of the characters' faces and they're actually like quite low poly. Oh, we got that Xeons on. I remember some guy a while ago sent me a comment on one of my videos which was like top 10 things to do in Horizon 2, and one of them was to be a businessman and then act like you're late for your meeting, and I think that's what we're going to do now. Because businessmen have 5 series. I don't think any. I've never seen a businessman with an M5. But that being said, the place I used to work actually, they're currently selling a BMW 5 something. I don't know what it is. I think it's a 530 or a 520D with 160,000 miles on it for 11 grand. It's a 2011. And I don't know about you, but that just seems to me like an absolute, you know, crap ton of money. I just thought I should have one of those, what are they? Those Xbox Live headsets, the wireless ones. So I can pretend I have Bluetooth in my ear and drive around like that. I can imagine that would make for an interesting video. If I got a wheel and, you know, camera and whatnot. I wouldn't do face cams anyway. Face cams just stupid. I mean, I do get the point of it sometimes. I mean, you know, if it's a vlog or something. But if it's literally, I don't get these people who make like COD commentaries, right? And like they're not live; they're just random commentaries, and they're just sat in shit. And you're like, why is your face there, and can it go away, please? It's you know, scary games again. I get it, but I wouldn't do it personally, but I get it. It's like people who play COD live and have face cam. And you're like, yes, I really want to see your concentration face. It's just I don't understand YouTube. I just don't. But anyways, our M5 actually turns out like it's a decent car, despite some rather horrific understeer. Why is every car I'm building recently having horrific understeer and random tail slides? There you go, that's what the name of this video is. Horrific understeer and random tail slides. There you go.
Another great result. You're really shaping up. Okay, you're fighting for the Horizon crown now. This is everything you've been competing for.
No, it's the end of my Let's Play, and baby, that's everything I've been working towards. Oh, God, I can taste it. But, of course, nope, next episode, street races.
I've got to confess, I've dreamed about this. The final race, 8 drivers, you beating Darius and becoming champion. Make it come true. Please.
Alright, people. Horizon finale. Champion of championships. 5 million credits we win for that. Of course, we'll get some more for difficulty, which I'll bump up, of course, for the final race. Anyway, next episode, we'll be doing... These will go out on the same day, so don't worry if you don't want to watch this. We have got Haley Harper's 1v1 and some Gladstone street races too. And then after that, it's the end. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, farewell.